Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. Thursday Hoops. It's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you at the half.
And a good-natured back and forth between the players while we wait to get this one underway. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of the NBA alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan on 2K Sports. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for the Spurs. And looking at the Thunder.
You know, so much has been said about the Oklahoma City home court advantage, and for good reason. I mean, you can feel it and hear it like a college atmosphere.
That's a good point. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. And here is Graham. Picked his pocket. Number 5. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Clark, back to what you said. Not only can you hear it when they are here, you can literally feel it. The rumbling, Steve, when you first come out of the tunnel is amazing.
Well, the Thunder have a fantastic team, Kevin, and you know they've been good the last few years, but you don't go 34-7 at home like they did last season without a significant advantage coming from the crowd, and I think that's been the case here. The crowd is loud and active and fired up every single night. And what an amazing run it was for the Spurs last year in the postseason. You know, swept the Lakers, survived Golden State, and then dismantled Memphis on their way to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, were seconds away from another championship banner.
That one misses. Well, getting back to the Spurs, they look better and better as they went deeper into the playoffs, Clark. Heat were thought to be the heavy favorites at the start of the NBA postseason. But when they met in the finals, thoughts on who would win, I think, were pretty much split.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, this was one heck of a series because the Spurs not only had experience and talent, but they had multiple options offensively and did such a terrific job sharing the ball. They took the Miami Heat to the limit, but at the end of the day, it came down to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade rising to the challenge.
Well, he's really good defensively at anticipating plays and then forcing players into areas where they don't want to go and where they become more vulnerable for turnover.
And he's also one of those guys who just seems to be able to take it up a few notches when there's a game to be won late in the fourth quarter. In other words, he's at his best at winning time. You know, it wasn't that the Thunder were beating teams last season. Everybody expected that, but it was the way they were blowing out teams on such a regular basis that caught everybody's attention.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Lock at 6. Number 2. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for the Thunder, they were blowing out teams on a regular basis, as you said, Clark, and ended plus 9.2 as the scoring differential in their games. Steve, easily the highest mark in the NBA.
Well, just think about that for a second, Kevin. I mean, that means your average game is almost a double-digit win. Not just wins we're talking about all games. So That's the result of having an explosive offense, depth, and a tough defense. This was really a complete team, unfortunately derailed by the Westbrook injury.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Guys, you go back to the shortened season a year before last, and the Spurs were the best team on the road, but last year they weren't nearly as dominant on the road. Still solid when leaving San Antonio, but far from the level they played at a couple of seasons ago.
To the middle, stolen. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. They set the screen. Shot is off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And for the Spurs on the road last season, they would still win 23 games in hostile territory. And while that is more than the 22, Steve, they won in the shortened season, they also lost a fair amount more as well.
Well, for the Spurs, Kevin, I think they did what they needed to do. You know, the Spurs manage the regular season. They know when to turn it on and when they can maybe relax a little bit. The big thing is they just want to stay near 500 on the road, protect their home court, and be healthy going into the playoffs, and that puts them in a good position.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. From 10 feet out, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
You know, with so many high hopes, the Thunder seem to be everybody's pick to make it to the finals once again. They were so dominant throughout the regular season. Many thought it was a foregone conclusion, but the injury to Russell Westbrook kind of sidetracked all of that.
The first free throw is good. And back to the Thunder in the postseason. They did well to get by the Rockets after Westbrook injured his knee. But, Steve, they just didn't have the same dynamic punch when they later faced the Grizzlies. Ended up getting bounced out in the second round.
Well, it was a tough matchup for them because the Grizzlies are so good defensively. And when you take Westbrook out of the lineup, all of a sudden it changes everything. I thought Oklahoma City battled, but they just didn't have enough firepower without their point guard.
The Spurs would end up as the second seed in the West and were right in the hunt for being the top seed for the majority of last season. But one reason they fell short was that they just weren't as good as they needed to be during in-conference games.
Graham with the bucket.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I briefly spoke with Oklahoma City's head coach. Coach said a main goal of theirs is to prevent easy looks from outside. He told me closing out hard on all their shooters is going to be a very big key in this one. If we can't bother their shooters, it's going to be an awfully long 4 quarters for us, gentlemen. We'll see how it turns out, guys.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
And so it's San Antonio with it. The Thunder making the shot. The dish now to Johnson. And that one is hammered home.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Going back to the Spurs, they did well against the West, but Steve didn't come close to matching the win totals of every other top team in the West.
Yeah, they would end the season with a 33-19 conference record, which, you know, is pretty good, but still only 5th best in the West. It shows you how strong the Western Conference was a year ago, particularly at the top.
Jumps up, finishes the break with a slam.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Trailing by 2. Number 17 drops in the tray.
Wow, he's got such a sweet three-point stroke. The way he can shoot it, forcing opposing bigs out on the perimeter, can really open up the lane.
Now here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. Here's Graham. The Thunder pull it in. Number 2. Again, the Thunder score.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And the Spurs making a change here. Zhang's checked in. Spurs trail by 3. Now Graham. He dishes it to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. The Spurs have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That's good from Johnson.
Well, you could see it at the start of the season that Oklahoma City was being driven by falling short in the 2012 finals. Their focus was on being the best team in the West, and they jumped on that goal right from the start.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Number 2, Graham defending. Number 2, and there's another one for the Thunder. And for the Thunder, the second best regular season record in the league last season, Steve, at 60-22.
Well, and they had the best point differential in the league, Kevin, which I think is probably the best barometer in terms of how well you're playing. But clearly the Westbrook injury in the first round of the playoffs against Houston just completely took the wind out of their sails. And I would look for Oklahoma City to be back this year. With everybody healthy, they'll have a chip on their shoulders. They want to get back to the finals this year.
The putback slams it back in.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
Here's Graham. Now the pass to Dang. Back and down. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Here's Johnson, following the score by Oklahoma City. Passes it to Graham. There's the 3. Can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Pass to Sarge. Pass to Man from outside the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Graham, the pass to Johnson. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
San Antonio making a switch here. .56 seconds left to play in the first. Man, defended by Jones. Here's Saric. 6 to shoot. From deep. And Jones pulls it down. Spurs trail by 6. Jones off a pick from Zhang. Left side, Jones. He passes to Langford. Number 31 sinks the triple. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Back to Williams. He kicks it to Williams. From deep three-point range, that misses, would have kind of had it gone in. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder out in front, up by 3. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And what stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
And I thought the key in that first quarter was the offensive aggressiveness. They attacked the rim and got to the foul line.
And I sense they're really feeling good about playing at home, taking advantage of the home court.
The Thunder leading by 3. And there's the pass to Sarge. Passes it to Dang. Wiggins. Here's Sarge, defended by Langford. Good. Sarge has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Thunder. Spurs trail by 5. Kicks it to Jones. Pass to Langford. From past the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
There's the pick. Pass to Sarge. Here's Dang. He passes to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Almost, but it rolls out. The Spurs shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Kicks it out to Jones. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder with the lead. And the pass to Sarge. Sarge off a pick from Wiggins. Shoots off the screen. Gets it to go. Sarge has got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
San Antonio calls timeout. The Spurs making a switch here. Wesley's checked in. He feeds it to Jones. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Passes to Dang. Defended by Sarge. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jones. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Number 11, defended by Jones. It's Williams with the drive. Leads him in there. Sarge. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And the Spurs making a change here. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Oklahoma City.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And San Antonio has possession. 6-point game. Here's Langford. The Thunder pull it in.
He's not the best three-point shooter, and from that range, no way. That's a bad shot.
Needless to say, and I'm saying it anyway, he doesn't fit that description.
Here's Dang. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Takes the 3. Gets the bucket. Jang's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And their lead takes another little bump up.
Boy, I tell you, they've got to be feeling better and better about this game.
Number 22, defended by Dang. The Thunder leading by 9. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Dang. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
He's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Spurs trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, he is none too pleased with the play of his club out there, and looks like they need a little time to get things sorted out here.
I don't know of any coaches that would be too happy if they just saw their team give up a run like this one.
Jones checked in for San Antonio. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
Get open.
Number 11, defended by Jones. Outside Williams. He passes to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Williams. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Williams has got his first points of the night.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
The pass to Langford. Sinks the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Tell you what, since the end of the first quarter, he has really come alive.
The Thunder leading by 11. Number 11, defended by Jones. Pass to Dang. Plenty of space. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Sarge. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Sarge for 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Jones. Dishes it to Collins. There's the pass to Langford. Spurs working the ball around now. Jones for 3. That's good.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
The Thunder leading by 8. Number 2, defended by Jones. Number 2. Excellent D that time from Jones.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Wide open shot is on the money. Jones has got 5 now.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. San Antonio with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. There's the screen. Off the screen, and it's blocked. 1:16 left in the first half. Pass to Sarge. Number 2. Off target on the 15-footer.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Number 22. He's guarded by Williams. Rebound by Williams.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Passes it to Sarge. Number 11, defended by Jones, and that one's good. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Now the feed to Collins. His first shot coming late, and he can't bank that one in. And here is Williams. Number 2 hits the bucket. And now a 10-point Thunder lead. Here's Jones. No good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Thunder lead by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime report for this Thursday night.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. Number 2, Graham defending. Number 2. Again, Oklahoma City. Graham with the ball. To the inside. Tries from 7. And he hits the jump shot. Collins has got his first points in this one.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
There's the pick. Number 3. Hits it from three-point range. Here's Graham. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
Key is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
Yeah, and I think the tendency can be to really rush or push the game a little bit. I think they need to avoid that.
Five on the clock. Here's Collins, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And stolen by Graham. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Well, he really makes things happen offensively for this club. And as a defender, when you go against him, you have to get help defensively. So it's important for your defense to really communicate with him out on the floor.
And Steve, he's earned a nickname that's familiar to anybody that's followed basketball, the microwave. There's no slow build-up with him. All he needs is one shot to go down, and it can set him off, turn him into a real scoring machine. He cooks with gas, not electricity.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Number 2. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Feeds it to Johnson. A reverse. A stupendous finish in traffic. Johnson's got 12.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Number 5. But they'll get another chance. Six to shoot. Second chance shot. Off the left rim and out.
Now, he thought he could knock that one down, but the defense was really all over him.
Hit his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. The Spurs making a switch here. Here's Graham. San Antonio again missing. The Thunder leading by 11. Number 3. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to man. To the paint. Number 3. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the hop. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does serve the high flying for the little guys, Clark. You're right.
Yeah, well, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, I mean, he can put it down.
Here's Graham and blocked. But they get it back. Moves back up.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Number 5. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And then look at the points in the paint, because they're really winning that battle tonight.
And he knocks down the first one. The Spurs making a switch here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Spurs trail by 15. Outside, Jones. From downtown, count that one.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Number 2, defended by Jones. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
The Thunder have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. The first one falls. Good on both.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 14. Number 24, defended by man. 5 to shoot. The jump hook. Shot by Collins, no good.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Number 5 gets it to go. He's got 5.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Spurs trail by 16. Jones kicks to Collins. Number 24, defended by man. Here's Johnson. No luck. Nice D from Williams.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Number 2, defended by Jones. There's the dish to Williams. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Spurs trail by 16. They set the pick. Here's Graham. Nice D from Williams.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Man, can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. He dishes it to Collins. He kicks it to Graham. .137 left in the third quarter. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Number 17, his first attempt of the game, finds the target. 124 left in the third. There's a screen by Williams. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Williams has got his first basket.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
So it's San Antonio now. It's a 16-point game. Number 10. The Thunder pull it in. .34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Throws it up high. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Jang, he's checked in for Collins. .27 seconds left here in the third quarter. Johnson the screen. Graham kicks to Jones. Spurs passing it around. Three-pointer gets it to go. 6 points for him.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
From the arc. Got it to go with no time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping up at a big moment. That is some fortitude, folks.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Spurs trail by 16. Wesley the pass to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. Here's Wesley. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Number 24. It's good from long range.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
The Thunder leading by 13.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And the Thunder with the possession here. At one point, they led by 16. The pass to man. He passes it to Wiggins. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. The shot's good from man. And the Thunder lead by 15.
Well, offensively, he needs much less space to operate than most players. It's amazing how well he can get his shot off, even with somebody right in his face.
You know, even the tightest defensive pressure doesn't seem to faze him in the least. I mean, you can attribute it to his concentration, where he has incredible focus, or you could just say he's one of those gifted scorers.
Number 31. Rejected by Dang.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
The Spurs making a switch here. Kicks to Collins. Clock at 6. Number 31. And it's rejected. Pass to man. Launches a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Here's Graham. No good again that time.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
Pass to man. Wiggins. Fade away. Graham with the rebound.
Well, he had to fade away there. The defense was all over him, and he got it off, just couldn't get it to go.
Shoots the 3. The offensive rebound. He feeds it to Collins. Another shot. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Oklahoma City moving it around. It's rebounded by Wesley.
Now, defensively, they did a great job of staying tight on him.
Dishes to Collins. Defended by man. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And he makes the first. The Spurs making a switch here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Thunder leading by 17. Inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. He's got 21.
I tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
The feed to Graham. Looking to get back on track here.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
Count the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 21.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
No, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Takes a three, and the basket good.
Absolutely on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Number 2, Graham defending. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. San Antonio calls timeout.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They are just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. It's a good time to use a timeout here.
Spurs trail by 20. They set the pick. Off the pick. Gets it to go.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Number 2, Graham defending on the money from 12 feet away. 23 points in the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Johnson outside. Pass to Collins. Back to Johnson. Feeds to Graham. Shot clock at 6. Nice open look, but it's no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's the screen. Shot on the wing. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Now that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Lets it go from deep. Shot is off. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
So an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Number 5 is guarded by Johnson. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. .56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Wesson. On the wing, Johnson. Passes to Wesson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Langford. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
Pass to Sarge. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dang. Wiggins. On the wing, Williams. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Thunder lead by 21.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. Been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Here's Wesley. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.